Investigators have asked us not to show you what he looks like because of a pending lineup.
And we'll follow this all the way through to see that SOB in jail.
Unusually harsh language from a months. They included attacks in the Vine City neighborhood in the spring of 2000. Two girls, 8 and 12, snatched right from their bedrooms by a man who moved a window fan to get inside. The girls were taken to a secluded area and raped. Police say a citizen prevented one of the attacks. It happened here in a DeKalb portion of Atlanta. Police say the Good Samaritan saw the girl being carried away, went up to the man, he froze, dropped this girl, then ran off. But Lupo says the man got away in the latest case last month. But tip information, investigative tools, and luck all came together early this month, landing the suspect in jail.
Because of the similarities of that crime compared to the other rapes we had went ahead and had a search warrant drawn up, and we executed that for his blood, which was turned into the GBI lab, and the GBI lab positively confirmed that it was the same.
But it was very personal because my daughters are the same age. And I see how fragile they are as young ladies, and to have someone's innocence stripped from them, you know, is a terrible, terrible thing.
Now, the age of the females range from 8 to 42 years. Live from the Atlanta City Jail in downtown Atlanta. I'm Morris Diggs, Fox 5 News. Morris, thanks.
Good evening.
I was on chemo then, and I was exhausted.
If you're a chemotherapy patient and feel tired, you may be anemic. Ask your doctor about Procrit to regain red blood cells. More red blood cells can mean more strength. Procrit is proven and safe. In studies, only diarrhea and edema occurred more often with Procrit than placebo. Procrit is for patients with non-myeloid cancers.
Draining gutters, call GutterGuard. Our patented design creates a channel with no obstructions that washes clean every time it rains. Call GutterGuard today at 770-621-0204.
Recently, at this quiet, unassuming little Pizza Hut, an interesting pizza discovery took place. Whoa! We've created the new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas from Pizza Hut. Our Lovers Pizzas now with cheese once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 kinds of luscious cheese, and 6 kinds of seriously satisfying meat toppings, or 5 garden veggies, or 2 layers of zesty pepperoni. And you'll discover it's not $12.99, it's only $8.99. $8.99. The new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas, only from Pizza Hut.
High speed, high bank, high drama. It's the heart-pounding excitement at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Gordon drive to Harvick's inside. Big touch at the stripe. It's Kevin Harvick, one of the all-time upsets in NASCAR history.
This is racing Atlanta style. It's the Napa 500 weekend. November 16th. Georgia Pacific qualifying day. November 17th. The ARCA 400. November 18th. NASCAR season-ending Napa 500. Get your tickets now. The Napa 500 weekend. Not just racing. It's racing Atlanta style.
Ford drives America. And right now, Ford's making it easier for America to drive Ford. Introducing 0% financing on all 2001 and 2002 SUVs, including Ford Explorer, Explorer Sport, Sport Track, Expedition, Excursion, and even Escape. Nothing beats 0%, and nothing beats the money you'll save on America's favorite SUVs. See your neighborhood Ford dealer today for this limited time offer.
You're watching 11 Alive News at 5 with Brenda Wood, Tia Riley, and Paul Osman with weather.
Atlanta police believe they've cracked a major rape case. The suspect, 29-year-old Alan Brown Bailey, has been charged with 7 counts of rape, including the rape of 3 children. They are 8, 12, and 13 years old. One of the girls was allegedly raped in her own bedroom last year. Wes Sargentson has more on the story.
2 of the child rapes happened in Harris Homes. The mother of the 8-year-old victim made a tearful plea for help in the case.
If you know anything, if you saw anything, could you please?
Police say they got a break in the case. A citizen saw a man hanging around abandoned houses where some of the rapes occurred. Called police and they investigated. But the man, Alan Brown Bailey, couldn't be tied to anything and was released. Then it happened again.
On September 11th, a girl was walking to school. It's basically the same MO as this man's been using over the last year. She's walking to school. She was attacked from behind and dragged into an abandoned house.
Police showed the victim the picture of the man they had questioned previously, and she said that's him. GBI crime lab work tied the suspect to 7 rapes through DNA evidence, and Bailey was charged with 7 rapes today. City Councilman Michael Bonds has been following this case because one of the victims lives in his district.
I don't think there's any punishment that is harsh enough for this individual or this type of individual. And I think that I will be in court again whenever the case is presented, and I will follow this all the way through to see that SOB in jail.
There will be additional lineups in the case, and it will go to the Fulton County Grand Jury as soon as all the evidence is gathered.
The 7 rape victims in the case range in age from 7 to 42.
East Point police are looking for a killer after finding a toddler who was wandering, beaten and bruised earlier today. The child then led police to her mother, who had been murdered. 11 Alive's Keith Whitney joins us live from East Point Police Headquarters now with more. Keith?
The police think that the 4-year-old little girl was beaten unconscious, which ironically may be the only reason that she's alive tonight. She actually refused emergency treatment until police took her back to the scene of the crime at her apartment where they found her mother. Now, the attack took place at the Club Callaway Apartments on Fox Hunt Lane in East Point. Police say 27-year-old Erica Thompson was clearly a victim of foul play, though the cause of her death is still unknown tonight pending the autopsy. They have also determined that there was, in fact, a second victim.
It was definitely foul play involved. Investigators also discovered at that time that she was expecting a child also. So we have a slain mother and an unborn fetus. So it's fetal-side also.
Now, police tonight are looking for Thompson's maroon 1991 Ford Taurus, tag number 464XFQ. If you see it, call the East Point police. A second daughter was actually staying the night with friends at the time of the murder, and she is okay tonight. Both girls have provided police with important leads, and both girls are in hiding tonight. Live at East Point, Keith Whitney, 11 Alive News.
Thank you, Keith. Firefighters in Cobb County still don't know what started a 3-alarm fire overnight. Crews found 6 units of the Stone Ridge and Vining apartments on fire when they arrived around 1 o'clock this morning. No one was injured. The apartment manager says affected families will be moved to other units in that apartment complex.
Those families burned out of their homes may not have a roof over their heads, but thankfully they'll still have a warm place to sleep tonight. However, thousands of their neighbors in the metro area aren't as lucky. They're living without natural gas to heat their homes. Now a group of community leaders is accusing some natural gas marketers of a lack of warmth.
But it's been cold now, you know, I'm going to keep myself warm the best way I can.
This electric heater is what's been keeping 65-year-old Desi Cook warm. She's had no natural gas since August, disconnected for failing to pay a bill close to $1,900.
One of the things we could never put a value on is that it's human life. We got $25 million sitting in the Universal Service Fund that could pay these marketers off.
Councilman Derek Bozeman represents the Coalition for Fair Energy Prices. Several weeks ago, the group met with natural gas providers in hopes of getting service turned back on for senior citizens and families with small children. A deadline was set for October 24th. It's come and gone, and still, there are no answers.
I'm going to be asking the governor, the House leader, and the leadership of this state, how is it that we can sit back and let poor folks, old folk, and their constituents suffer while we play games?
Bozeman called the situation critical.
If we have to picket these marketers, we have to picket them. If we have to picket the governor's mansion, we have to picket it, because what folks need to understand is we need some emergency help. But when the temperature hovers around 20 and 30 degrees, they tell you to bring your dog in from out of the cold. And so how in the world can we have the weatherman telling us to bring our dog in and cover our plants so that they won't die out, and we don't have a solution for the people?
Councilman Bozeman did tell me one natural gas marketer is interested in creating a moratorium on gas shutoffs this winter. He says that's fine, but it still doesn't help the thousands of people living without gas right now. If you're struggling with natural gas bills, you can shop around for the best rates. The Public Service Commission plans to post new rates on its website on November 6th. However, you can call the individual marketers anytime to ask for the lowest price. The deadline to switch to a new provider is November 19th. You can also compare rates on our website, 11alive.com.
Atlanta Civic Center gets a new name. We'll tell you all about it a bit later in this newscast.
Also, Congressman walks in the shoes of airport baggage handlers to learn what they go through in this era of heightened airport security.
And the Call for Action's bill list says if you feel you're paying too much rent for your apartment, there may be no time like the present to shop around.
Want to improve your vision? Log on to 11alive.com and click on the TLC Laser Center banner to learn about improving your vision through state-of-the-art laser correction. Or reserve your space now at our next live LASIK seminar.
Attention users of the drug Fen-Phen. If you used Fen-Phen, you may still be entitled to money damages from the manufacturer. Call attorney Ken Nugent now and get the facts.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent. The makers of Fen-Phen have recently announced an additional $7 billion to pay Fen-Phen claims. This brings the total to over $12 billion. If you use Fen-Phen, call me right away.
If you used Fen-Phen, don't wait any longer. There is still time to be part of the now $12 billion Fen-Phen settlement. Call now.
In light of unprecedented action by General Motors, Buick announces 0.0% APR financing. Now, through October 31st, get interest-free financing on all new Buicks. Every Century, LeSabre, Park Avenue, Regal, and the all-new Rendezvous. Pay no interest, 0% APR through October 31st. Keep America rolling. See your nearest Buick dealer today.
Two candidates for mayor. Shirley Franklin released her tax returns. Though Rob Pitts talks about integrity, he refuses to release his taxes. Franklin released all outside sources of income. Pitts refuses to release his sources of income. Franklin will take no outside income as mayor. Pitts will accept so-called speaking fees. That's why the Atlanta Constitution endorsed Shirley, saying Shirley Franklin is the most able to lead in these difficult times. You can trust Shirley Franklin. She'll make you proud.
No. There's way too many cooks in the kitchen for me, okay?
Do you know, I was thinking, do you need a spoke shrimp, okay? Like me.
A spoke shrimp?
I will demonstrate.
Notice this unbelievable seafood and more meal. Golden brown fish, crispy, crunchy, deep-fried, sexy shrimpies, and this succulent new lobster stuffed crab cake.
All for just $3.99. Unbelievable!
Long John Silver's. How can you resist?
I can start today.
We're waiting for an announcement from Attorney General John Ashcroft concerning a new terrorism alert. That's due around 5:30. And when it happens, we will bring it to you live.
The sagging economy combined with job losses and the glut in the dot-com industry have turned Metro Atlanta into a tenant marketplace. Landlords and developers alike have joined in offering all kinds of deals to lure prospective apartment dwellers. 11 Live's consumer and business editor Bill Lewis is with us now with a closer look in this call for action alert.
Well, if you're looking for a place to go, this is the time to do it, Brenda. By far one of the best times in Atlanta. And folks, if you're looking for an apartment in Metro Atlanta, now could be one of the best times to start your search.
There are a lot of very good deals out there in the Atlanta apartment market. Some places are doing a month free. Some places are doing 2 months free. A few places have set, no rent until January.
With more than 1,000 vacant apartments in their inventory, Oleg Konstantinovsky of ProMove says now is one of the best times to shop for a place to rent. Dale Henson & Associates, an apartment tracking firm in Atlanta, says the occupancy rate for 340,000 apartments in their database now shows it to be at 92%. The bottom line, that means incentives to get tenants. First thing is to look for concessions from the landlords and developers. They'll come in the form of rent, deposits, and even free appliances like washers and dryers. Then comparison shop. Companies like ProMove can help with that at no cost to the prospective tenant. Then carefully review the terms of the lease to make sure it's tenant-friendly. Then, as Mr. Konstantinovsky says, it's a buyer's market and always try for more.
I hear that you have, 2 months free. And you can always ask, you can shop around, you can see if you can get something better. Maybe a deposit waived here and an application fee waived there.
Finding good deals sometimes means changing neighborhoods.
I was looking for something less than $1,000 a month, and I had to actually move out of Midtown to find that, and I ended up in Grant Park.
The apartment market watchers do say if the market softens any further, watch for added incentives and deals to get you as a tenant.
Now, the good news for now, Dale Hinson says that it's the best time to rent in the past 10 years, and it'll stay that way through the middle of next year. The bottom line, go for every concession